the ninth largest country of the world, the most convenient access to half of a billion population of Asia and Europe, an attractive investment and business climate. All this is Kazakhstan. The microeconomic, social, and political stability is a key factor of attractiveness for investors. Kazakhstan is following the way of forced industrial innovative development, and this reveals new opportunities for both of large companies and middle businesses. More than 70,000 entrepreneurs have already received state support through the program's Business Roadmap, Exporter, and Productivity. Hundreds of innovators have access to grants that bring life to the most highly technological projects and ideas. During the last 4 years, the new industrial policy had led the country to mitigate the shock of the world depression and had set the pace of outrunning development of the processing sector. The production volume had increased for 2 times and had exceeded $30 billion. The industrial production volume had doubled up to $100 billion. Exporting of ready-to-use goods had increased by 4 times, and the delivery geography had expanded up to 120 countries. On the account of commissioning of around 700 new industrial objects, more than 67,000 people have got permanent jobs. The main focus of the new industrial policy is the attraction of direct foreign investments. The legislative basis and infrastructure has been reviewed. Now investors can enter negotiations on cooperation with Kazakhstan in their own countries. Kazakhstani diplomatic representative offices are also oriented to the capital inflow. Maximum comfortable conditions are being established within the country at the level of central institutions and heads of regions. Investor service centers had been established at the local level. As a result, according to estimations of the UN Conference on Trade and Development, Kazakhstan has entered top 20 of leading countries by the volume of attracted direct foreign investments, and it occupies the second rank among countries with transitional economies. Over 70% of total grand direct investments to the processing sector since 2005 have been attracted in very years of realization of the industrialization program, and it is more than $14 billion. This result is considered as a good achievement against the crisis and the stiffening of competition and attraction of investments. Many large joint projects became possible, mainly thanks to the agreements at the highest level. Currently, around more than 100 projects are under implementation. The state intends to continue works on the establishment of maximal favorable conditions for foreign investment attraction, also within the second 5-year plan of the industrialization that starts next year. The best transnational companies are being attracted for every priority sector. 72 out of 162 such worldwide corporations determined by the government already have been engaged to the economy. Active negotiations with 62 of them are well underway. It should be noted that while before 2010, the majority of foreign investors in Kazakhstan had been composed of mining companies, then from the moment of the realization of the industrialization program, more and more investors began to come to the manufacturing industry. Only 6 priority branches will remain in the second 5-year plan of industrialization. These are the machine industry, metallurgical and oil gas processing complexes, construction materials production, chemical and food industries. Priority groups of goods and specific products are defined in each of them. Taking into consideration the limited financial resources and exacerbated competition in investments attraction throughout the world, the government is planning to focus on the development of public-private partnership and the attraction of private investments. Unprecedented in the history of the country, a pack of incentives will be proposed to investors. It includes the overall thaw of business climate, also direct supportive measures for new and existing investors in the country. Attraction of foreign investments is the fundamental priorities of the whole economic policy of the country. The government will keep establishing the best conditions for the organization of Kazakhstan in the capacity of a regional investment hub. Another unprecedented step for improving the investment climate was made by the President Nursultan Nazarbayev. In the resort Borabai, at the 27th meeting of the Foreign Investors Council, the President signed the law, which involves additional measures of state support of major investors. Firstly, investors in priority sectors of industrialization will be exempt from corporate income tax and land tax for 10 years and property tax for 8 years. Secondly, the state will compensate them up to 30% of capital cost after recommissioning of the facilities. Secondly, the state will compensate them up to 30% of capital cost after commissioning of facilities. Thirdly, attracting labor for the duration of investment projects for 1 year after commissioning will be carried out without any quotas or permits. Under the new law, the country will impose the Investment Ombudsman Institute. In addition, representatives of large foreign companies from 10 countries will no longer need to apply for a Kazakhstani visa. Today we are announcing a unilateral visa-free regime for the citizens of the 10 states that showed the most high investment activity in Kazakhstan. In this list, there are the US, the Netherlands, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Malaysia, the United Arab Emirates, South Korea, and Japan. Created conditions found abroad support from existing and potential investors. Doing business in Kazakhstan is becoming easier and more profitable. I can say that Kazakhstan is consistently working to improve the investment climate and generally improves tax systems for foreign investors. It is very important. The state is working consistently in this direction. It is a big advantage. We are very interested in the law, which was signed by the President Nazarbayev. Much of what the country has implemented can be attributed to strategic initiatives proposed by the President Nursultan Nazarbayev personally. For example, the program of accelerated industrial innovative development. General Electric supports the second 5-year of the program and is proud to be a strategic partner of Kazakhstan.
Total is also proud.
Today, more than 150 French companies operating in Kazakhstan represent such industries as aerospace, oil and gas, transport, and many others. 11 projects have already been implemented. Production of parts for Airbus, locomotives, electronics, water treatment, pharmaceuticals, and food processing. We are ready to work with Kazakhstan. The Kazakhstani authorities continue to work to improve conditions for investors. The next step of the investment policy is the development of agribusiness. But this will be discussed at the next 28th meeting of the Council of Foreign Investors in Shymkent.